And hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Casters and Castles Presents Covens and Cauldrons. It, of course, is Monday night, 6 p.m. You know what that means. And we are ready to rock and roll with our 5th episode of this wonderful campaign. I am PiraTechnics, your Dungeon Master for this evening. We'll go ahead and go around the horn and introduce everybody and their characters, starting with the individual that has decided the best way to play this game is to troll the heck out of me with a 2017 image. Mr. Boopasaurus, would you care to introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, my name's Hauld Thir. I am just dazzled by the man behind me. And my my character right now, so far, is known for riding animals and talking to people and anticlimactic speeches so far. So we'll see where the future holds, but I'm trying to look for information about Zybilna. I like to use everyone's wrong names every time, in universe and out. And then I'm also looking for some resources to find out who my real dad is.
Leaving that one hanging there. Well, I think there are many morals that I can take from Boop and from Hauld, and one of them is, if you're going to grow a mustache, don't go on air after that. Moving on down the line, we've got Ehloanna and her character, Ninkasi.
Yes, usually I'm in cosplay, but not this week. Got a little bit lazy. But yeah, so I play Ninkasi, who is a Water Genasi Tempest Cleric. Last session, I was known for downing some of my party members while trying to clear some fog. I have a feeling it's going to be brought up a few times, so I figured I'd just bring it up first myself. So yeah, that's me. I am the adventurer with the happy living family.
Absolutely. And then moving on down the line, we also have SpaceGhost and Curly.
Oh yeah, I also usually am cosplaying, but I'm sleepy. I have this giant pink water thing though. I play a Haringan named Curly. Likes to throw knives, stab things, take off appendages. Right now has been challenged to steal stuff from Leo, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, a little bit sassy. Her big brother is Kaza, who's missing right now, which has not been good for her. So she's now fallen into this malaise where she just won't move. She's made of liquid.
How some cats are made of liquid. Rabbits apparently are also sometimes made of liquid.
Depressed rabbits are made of liquid.
Absolutely. Moving on down the line, we will go towards Khroen and Lynclair, which is just such a wonderful name to roll off the tongue. I love it so much.
Thank you. My name is Khroen. I'm playing Lynclair, a human bard who is apparently the smarter himbo of the group.
Yeah, that's true. There's tiers. There's different varieties of himbo.
There's himbo tiers, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not wow, but like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
exactly. We're gonna get a tier list maker, sure. Last but certainly not least, and returning this week, we have Kenobi, who is of course playing Kaza. Would you care to introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, Kaza, the dumber himbo out of all of them. Kaza is currently missing. He went into some fog and he's just gone. He doesn't know where he is currently. He is a barbarian who likes to punch, not cut, but maim is probably the better word. And yeah, he's just not here. He's not very good with directions, so he's gonna have to find his way back to the group at some point.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah, well, and we will have to find out what happens there. Now, before we get into the recap for tonight, I do want to remind everybody that we have, of course, implemented the active god system as is present in all the other Casters and Castles shows. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, we have, of course, a sub goal. Every 10 subs will result in an active god being triggered for the session, up to a maximum of 50, and then we kind of roll back over as the things that occur get a little wilder, weirder, and wackier each time as they grow in power. So if you want to make some really weird and wonderful shit happen, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You can also get to our Ko-fi page and contribute directly buying an active god for the session at any time during the game tonight. Maybe within like 30 minutes of ending, maybe we'll roll over to next time because I need to be able to check that. There should be a link dropped in the chat. If there is not, please spam the chat, so I ask for that to be done because I'm trying to juggle a couple things and hopefully I can make that work. But yeah, that's it. That's all the housekeeping for this evening. Let's go ahead and get on into our recap and figure out what the heck is going on. Because when we last left off our heroes, Hauld and his mount had scaled the slanted tower, discovering Sir Talavar, a fairy dragon knight imprisoned in a silver birdcage inside the listing basket of this downed balloon. The cage was locked, and Hauld took it down to the party to try and see what could be done to get it open, despite the best efforts of many of you, including some clever uses of the Shape Water cantrip. You were unable to get this cage that was sealed with abjuration magic open. And while you were attempting to pry it open or even pick the lock, as Curly had laid out her set of thieves' tools to try and open this up, unnoticed by all of you, a dense fog rolled up until you were in the midst of it. And as it obscured all of your vision, hiding even each of you from each other, you saw a vision. For some of you, someone you knew. For others, a place or a thing, or perhaps just the outline of a person that you didn't really know, but felt weirdly compelled to fall. And you felt this pull, a sudden desire to make your way into the mist. And most of you had a hard time resisting this, but Ninkasi managed to pull away, and thinking quick, called some thunder down, clearing the fog away, but also downing some of you at the same time, and quickly healing them. So, you know, no harm done, right? Potato, patata. But the fog duly abated. You all gathered to catch your breath and realize that one of your party members was missing. Kaza had disappeared into this mysterious fog. So without any other ideas of what to do, you spoke to Sir Talavar, this fairy dragon knight character that you had come to know, and you learned a few things. That he had been sent by a powerful archfey named Neva of the Golden Hair to find out why Zybilna had not been answering any of the calls that she had been putting out. You know, hey, how come you're not responding to my text? I sent you my fairy dragon, please respond. He'd been captured and imprisoned by someone named Bavlorna Blightstraw, a hag that controls this realm of Prismere known as Hither. You also learned that Bavlorna had somehow overthrown Zybilna, along with the help of her two sisters, and set up shop here. Prismere, of course, operating on a number of rules, particularly the rules of hospitality, ownership, and reciprocity, of which you had previously learned. It's a little uncertain if all of these rules are as hard and fast as they may have once been, but most people and most creatures do well to abide by them while in this realm. So after a little bit of debate as to what you would do, you decided you would free Sir Talavar from his cage, and in return, he would provide you all with some help and potentially martial assistance until you could all leave Hither. He proposed to find a key-obsessed goblin that he had heard about living on a moving hill, and before you could go on to try and locate this individual, you were accosted once more. First by a raven that made really irritating baby crying sounds, that Curly duly killed with a well-thrown knife. And then by a bunch of pesky pixies, don't try to rhyme on air, who were looking for revenge from the last effort you had made. But setting out, you eventually crossed paths with this very bizarre sight. A 3-story building moving through the bog on what appeared to be multitudes of walking feet. Stepping inside, it turned out to be an inn run by this middle-aged woman named Sue Harabex, who offered you room and board in exchange for just any old trinket, really. She also helped you to get this cage open by way of a bizarre, sort of lazy-eyed tiefling named Forcus Verity, who took the remains of the cage as payment after the fact, as well as some gold pieces. So, after getting to know each other a little bit better that evening, speaking a bit more to your new friend, who had become your new ally, you went to bed, and the next morning appeared on the horizon this hill that you were seeking. As you reached the summit of this hill and could look out into the land beyond, Ninkasi felt this sudden, keen awareness of something that had long been missing from her sense of direction. And somehow you knew that it was somewhere here in the realm of Hither. Now, when you got to the top, you were met by some talking trees who explained to you that this goblin you were looking for, named Jingle Jangle, was living in a nearby cave and had been, quote, really bummed out lately. So you decided to cheer her up. You went down into the cave, met this goblin who was wearing a honest-to-goodness vest made of keys. And though she was very sweet and kind, quite skittish as she had been recently beat up by these horrible brigands that apparently are of the same lineage as Curly. Hauld decided to really go all in on Protect and helped Jingle Jangle get a little bit of confidence back, and the rest of you, talking her up, managed to get her out of this funk. So making this very positive impression, she gave Hauld an iron key and claimed cryptically that it would come in handy. You all promised to get revenge on the brigands who beat her up and stole her stuff, and set out down the hill towards the causeway that they have their lair in. But before we get into all of that, we need to figure out what's going on with your missing party member, Kaza.
Himbo.
True.
You slowly come to, blinking bleary eyes, and hear a low murmur of voices around you. At first, your vision blurs a bit, but as your eyes slowly adjust, you realize that you are lying in a dimly lit tent. Two tall figures stand above you, each wearing large fur cloaks, and their faces are obscured by these veils of like bronze chains hanging down from these thick headbands atop their heads. They mutter to each other in a guttural language that I don't believe you understand. What languages does Kaza speak?
Kaza speaks Common, Elvish, and Giant.
Yeah, you don't know what they're saying. Shifting a little bit slightly, you feel these soft furs underneath you, and you can look about the space. The tent appears to be very sparsely decorated, but for a few iron cages packed with straw, containing a number of these like brightly colored eggs, and a few pairs of what look like stilts stacked against the wall. Suddenly the murmuring dies down as you look back, and these two figures are looking at you, regarding you, and noticing that you've regained consciousness. One of them speaks in Common. Good, you're awake. We were getting a bit worried. I'm Nelzak. This is Kogod. We found you unconscious in the swamp. Can you tell us what happened to you?
He's gonna kind of like look around and just be a bit confused as to where he is. He's gonna look to them both and say, I remember entering fog, and I do not remember anything after. I was with my friends, and I now do not know where I am. Where am I?
Oh, you're at the Stilt-walker settlement. This is we're a bit nomadic, but we set up shop occasionally on the edge of the swamp. You were looking for friends, and you got... He turns and starts muttering again in this language you don't quite understand, and the other one kind of is like... And he looks back and goes, You said you got lost in a fog.
Yes. Okay, so there is one person who is big sister. Sorry, she is the rabbit. She is about yay high. Then there is water lady, who's also there is another person who's race and class, or just no, okay. So he sings so well, it is unreal. And then there is a other person who talks with words like I've never understood before, but it always seems very smart.
Meanwhile, the rest of you are making your way through the bog, having just come down from Telemy Hill. Sir Talavar is kind of flitting around and aside you, and he is kind of waving his little sword around, saying, "And we will surely show those brigands what for. I will tell you, we will give them much to remember us by, and probably a few black eyes to compensate. What say you, my fine gentle friends?"
Gentle friend.
Of course, we very much shall. These brigands should not be allowed to go pillage and plunder and steal and whatever it is they're doing here. They must be dealt with.
Absolutely, verily I say. But what of your friend? We are still on the search for the large one, Kaza.
Well, I don't suppose we have any leads, do we?
Kaza, where are you? Ah!
We have like one more strike. Remember that, everyone. There were 2 strikes last time. We have one more strike, and I don't want to see what happens when the last knife gets thrown. So we gotta find Kaza.
We'll find him. I mean, I feel like he's just hard to miss.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see him soon, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I can feel it in my bones.
Maybe we just remember the intention thing. If we think we're going to go
That's a
to
good point.
Kaza, we just will it to be or something.
What if-
That's
Yes.
how this land works.
What if we went to the carnival real quick, got some treats, and then went and found Kaza?
We
don't.
can't leave.
Ah!
All right, let's go. All right, let's do your thing.
I
Yeah.
appreciate the optimistic
We'll-
thinking, Hauld, but we are unfortunately stuck here.
Okay, so all of us have to bring our intentions to finding him, and
Mhm.
then we just will. Yeah.
Let's all hold hands.
Yeah.
We can bring our intention together. And ready. Think
Set.
of Kaza.
Thinking
And
about Kaza.
think.
Himbo.
Can I get, from everyone but Kaza, can I get a survival check, please? And Ninkasi does not
No.
auto-fail this.
Oh, okay.
Not
Do I
for-
get
not for
disadvantage
this.
or?
No, this is a regular roll for you.
I got a
This is
5.
this is a
Okay.
special. This is a special roll.
Holy shit!
Alrighty then,
22.
folks.
Made it count.
13.
Okay. 22, 13.
17.
17. All right. Let's see. And we've got... There's one more person, I believe.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Well, the good news is that only half of you needed to succeed for this. So, in the distance, as this, not the same fog that enveloped you before, but generally there has been kind of this haze that starts to obscure things, that as you get a bit closer, you can kind of see it open up a little bit more. You see a very small settlement kind of come into focus, a number of tents. There are a couple of people milling about, a few figures, and they appear to be very tall, almost like quadrupedal, but you realize that they are actually standing on these stilts. And as you look, you can see that they're walking around with the help of these things with these large baskets, like cages on their back filled with eggs. And a couple of them regard you and start kind of stepping over through the fog. And one comes up to you, and anyone who'd like to can give me a quick nature check.
I'm good.
I'd be curious. I'm terrible at nature, but let's
Sure.
That's you.
That's not great.
Yep.
For the record, Kaza and Ninkasi both have inspo. Kaza won't get a chance to use it right now, but if you want to, you got
Yeah,
inspiration
I'm not
because you
gonna.
keep the party on your toes, according to chat.
Something like that.
Yeah. So keep in mind to remember keep track of that if you can. Yeah, on a 6, unless you want to use that inspo, you are not really sure who these people are or what type of people they are. Leo, you aren't really sure either, unfortunately. And yeah, Curly, that's not going to do it either. So you've never encountered creatures quite like this, but they are very large. You can see that they have this like kind of almost like bright reddish skin to them, and fairly like heavy set faces, which you can see is obscured behind this sort of veil of chains that are kind of hanging down from their face. But as one of them walks over to you, they sort of wave one of these stilts up in the air and say, "Hello. What brings folks like you to this part of Hither, if I can ask?"
Well, we're looking for a friend. A pretty tall friend.
Would this friend be a Goliath wearing a bear suit?
Yes, literally yes.
You best come.
How did you know? Do you what?
You best come with me. And he motions and starts like clumping back towards the
okay.
like, tent encampment.
Either they're a psychic or they have Kaza.
Right?
We got a 50-50 shot.
Extremely specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
You walk your way in and you see that there's about like 4 of these individuals kind of sitting around, and they sort of like looking at you a little curiously and muttering in a language that again, I don't believe any of you understand. Does anyone here speak Goblin?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Oh, I do have comprehend languages though.
That is a spell you would have to actively cast.
Okay, I will.
You're just going to start casting a spell in the middle of these people?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to need you to roll a straight up charisma check.
Okay. Oh.
I'm sorry, guys. I speak Goblin. I just didn't.
Oh, you do?
We
we will
freaking do.
We will get to that.
Oh, well, that makes life easier.
We will get to that in a moment, because as Hauld starts casting a spell, all of these people on stilts like kind of jump back, and the one that's been with you says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! We don't want any trouble. What are you doing?"
We don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble.
I don't know what you just said because I don't understand your language.
Oh, they were speaking in common to you.
Oh, and then I go, oh, sorry, I was just trying to understand everything. But apparently our rabbit friend knows Goblin.
Yeah, Curly, you're in the backpack, right?
Yeah, in
You're
Ninkasi's
hearing-
bag.
You're hearing like a lot of mutterings, and it's mostly like, who are these strangers? Why are we getting so many strange folk in Hither? I wonder if they work for Bevlorna. Like none of them have seen you yet, but you can hear this.
Okay. I don't know who's out there. I don't really want to leave the bag, but they're kind of like spooked about strangers, so just be like kind of careful. Okay, I don't want to get stabbed in this bag. That sounds unpleasant.
No stabbing.
I assume I'm the only one that can hear this, maybe?
Yeah, yours is the backpack, right?
Yeah, yep. Mhm.
Sounds about right.
Okay, when Curly says that, I would kind of reach over to Hauld and be like, hey, maybe we should... Not right now. Let's just talk.
Oh, okay. Well, do you, Mr. You very specifically pointed out exactly what our friend looked like.
Yeah,
so
I'm Rogrin.
Rogrin.
We found your friend, and you know what? Just please. Sorry, magic is makes us a bit skittish. But we're this way, and kind of leads you towards a big tent at the end of this line of them.
Before we go, I look at everybody and I say reciprocity as like a code word for everybody. So before we go in there, just in case, does anyone want to give them something?
We're gonna run out of things to give at
I
some
feel like
point.
we don't really need to. I think they're doing this of their free will.
All right. I've been bamboozled too many times.
I think we should be good. I don't
Either
think there's
that or
any
we'll owe
bamboozling.
them one. but-
Okay. All right. We'll owe them one, I guess, for Kaza, the person. All right. Okay. Let's go. Let's go find them.
You lift the flap of the tent and head inside. And Kaza, these two individuals have just been standing there, like listening with rapt attention as you describe everything that has happened to you since getting into Hither. And the tent flap rustles and Hauld's face pokes through.
Oh, there is the smart one. Yeah.
Kaza?
Okay.
Hey! Where the fuck have you been? Where?
Curly!
Yeah!
Oh,
And
is
then
everyone
jumps
here?
into Kaza's hands like
You
a
just
little
leap
Yeah.
out of the backpack and
She's
just straight up
like
like
in my
glomp
bag,
him.
so-
Like Ninkasi's like, ah, fuck, Jesus.
Yeah.
This is how you repay me for lighting you on fire?
I'm reacting like when you watch dogs and soldiers reuniting on YouTube.
That's exactly what this video is. You guys are like, oh, that's kind of all right.
Family.
It's a rabbit.
What is that?
A large bipedal rabbit and a giant Goliath. Just big flying tackle
Besties.
hug. Yes.
Just hanging out, we're playing that slap game. You know, where you've got the hands up and you try and slap each other.
It's like that video of like the gorilla who adopted the kitten. And it's just
Yeah,
like,
exactly like that. Actually, like whispers at it. Kaza's playing with 2 fingers and Curly's like trying to slap his fingers.
Amazing. So these are them, and the one that was talking to you, Kaza, turns and kind of speaks again in this language. And Curly, you understand this because you understand Goblin. They're saying, well, that solves the mystery of who they were, but we still don't know what they're. Well, okay, no, we heard why. This is why they were here, and then they start like giving the Cliff Notes version of what you've been explaining, and you can see like some visible like apprehension drop as they get a little more comfortable around you, having heard this story now.
Okay, so the tense part of there's not a lot of tension in the room now that they kind of like believe, since we're corroborating each other's stories.
Yeah, that's the vibe
Okay.
you get. I'm not gonna make you roll an insight or anything for that.
Okay. Yeah. That's that. I'm gonna speak back to them actually in Goblin. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. We're not like we're looking for Sibylla, but like to spank her. You know what I
Whoa.
mean?
You
Like
you
we're gonna like
understand
we're what?
you understand what we're saying.
What? And everybody else, it's like it sounds really off-putting. It's just like, yeah, of course. Like, I grew up in a carnival. Goblins everywhere. They're all over.
That's awkward.
How are you supposed to
we
order
didn't
food if you
mean
can't speak Goblin?
to talk behind your back? Sorry.
That's okay. I'm used to it. Look at these big ass ears. People think they're talking quiet and they're not.
You are a very unusual herring.
I don't like that word. I still don't like that. I mean, I know that's what I am, but you know,
If you prefer
weird.
rabbit folk,
sure, we'll go with that. You could just call me Curly. That's fine too.
we're going to let you all catch up. We'll be outside. And the 3 of them just like kind of awkwardly leave.
All right, Kaza, spill it. What'd you
What
see?
day-
What'd you do?
what day is it? I literally go into fog, and
Uh-huh.
then I wake up in here. I do
Oh.
not know.
Did
3
you like get
days. 5
whacked
days,
over the
7
head,
days.
or what? You just fell asleep?
I
Sleepy
walk
time
through
nap?
fog, and then I remember I walk through fog, and then I wake up in tent. There is nothing in between the start and the finish of where we are currently.
That's kind of concerning, I think.
And it's been 3 days. What?
Maybe more, huh? No, I think it's
What?
been about 3.
Actually,
I think you've been missing for about 3.
Curly, could you make a deception check? Please.
We were looking for you the whole time.
Yeah, the
promise.
whole week.
The
With
whole
advantage
time.
because Hauld is also trolling.
I'm not actually trolling on purpose. I just don't have any sense of time.
Whether or not your intention... Well, actually, if you don't know you're lying, I guess it's not really a deception check, but... fuck it. Yeah. Did you roll it with
Yeah.
advantage?
Mhm.
Okay. So the better number is... Well, actually, I only saw the one.
Oh, wait. Hold up.
Hang on.
Deception. Let's just say she's trolling. It's more fun this way.
That'd be funnier.
That's
yeah.
the spirit.
Yeah, that's the spirit. She just, you know, she's got to get her revenge somehow for him disappearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's much
There we
better.
go, 17.
Yeah, no,
That's
they're earnest.
Yeah.
It's been 3 days, man. What have you been doing?
What
for 3
the
days?
fuck? Oh, God.
3
what?
whole days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I cannot believe it.
sorry.
It's forever.
And we were looking the
Yeah.
whole time.
We were so worried
whole
about
time.
you, and we finally found you. It's
That's why my voice
Miracle.
sounds like this. I
Yep.
was just screaming.
You know what's
Kaza.
crazy
Ah.
is that she wasn't crying at all. She was tough
What?
the whole time.
That. I'm
Okay, he
gonna.
just looks like crestfallen.
I'm gonna knife you, Hauld. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm not gonna knife you. I'm sorry. This is.
It's just
there's too
because
much-
Hauld couldn't hear it. She was in my
Look,
bag
I-
the entire time, definitely crying. over
I
you,
am
so
not-
I
don't.
was
Kaza
trying to say that you were just
is-
being tough. You're doing
Kaza's
good.
not good with direction. Okay, Kaza.
I get it.
Kaza do not know up, west, east, down. It did not work for Kaza.
He does not.
I go, well, take a look at this direction, and then I do a little dance.
And we're all just
Wow.
silently watching Hauld. Everybody's confused.
super Broadway,
What?
like
You've been-
direction, like you
Like
guys
vaudeville.
don't, you guys
He just starts flossing. It's like the
just
ninja
stage
video.
left, right?
None of
Like-
us
Oh,
are
no.
laughing. He's like, "Don't you guys want to floss with me?" And we're just
Here's
standing.
video.
And then I ask, and I go, Kaza, your turn.
While this
God.
while this scene is unfolding,
Kaza's gonna floss, but very slowly.
while this cursed thing is happening, I think now is a good time to inform y'all that a very generous person has redeemed an act of God.
Oh, wait.
I
It was
feel
good
like
or
it
bad? I
is
don't
You
remember.
make me cry.
Stuff
then
happens.
You win the game.
So
Okay.
you all hear outside the
We need
tent.
an air horn sound.
You all hear outside the tent
Entertainment 720.
the sounds of these goblin-esque voices get a little louder and sound kind of more panicked. And Curly, you hear, "Oh, gods, what is that?" And then all of a sudden there is a bunch of high-pitched cackling just
Oh, no.
outside, and the sounds of a whole like horde of creatures just like flying down from on high. It sounds like chaos is happening out there.
So sleepy.
Okay.
I'm so tired.
Kaza feels fine. He just woke
You
up.
guys,
Why? What
3
did we
days
do?
sleep.
why does this keep happening to us?
These are
Can we
strange
just have
lands,
our
strange
parents in
times.
peace?
When is the act of God gonna be like candy falling from the sky?
No candy.
There's good stuff.
That was
There's
was in
good
the
stuff
carnival.
too, but y'all have been getting a little unlucky.
All
love
right.
goggles.
Maybe chat just likes watching y'all suffer.
right,
Which I
well,
think is
I-
Not
great.
More
blame him.
likely.
I don't blame him.
I like do this thing.
The
And
Hulk
then-
Hogan.
Yeah, and then I go, do y'all
Brother.
hear that?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that because they said they don't really like magical stuff, so I doubt it's them causing this problem.
Uh-huh.
What if we just stay in
Uh,
tent and then
Hey, Kaza, go check it out.
Okay, Kaza's gonna get up and like go check it out.
It's gonna be sitting on Kaza's shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
Just be careful.
Okay.
Okay,
You
don't,
step
don't get lost again.
You step outside the tent, and you see it is absolute chaos. There
What do I-
are a number of weird... They look like giant flying black, like, booger things, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
They're just, like, flying low, swooping down on all of these folks that had saved you, that have helped you out. And they are, like, spraying this weird black gunk everywhere, and it's coating, like, the tents, and it smells like kind of like motor oil. and a couple of these people are like slipping and sliding and like falling on their butts and everything, and it doesn't look like they're doing anything to actively like attack.
It's not hurting them, or is it like
causing a lot of frustration and, in a sense, pain. But it's a lot more. It looks like some Benny Hill shenanigans more than anything else. But all of these people are like not having any of it. And as you come out there, the one that had introduced themselves to you as double check. The one that introduced themselves to you as Nelzak is like, help! We don't know what they are. We have no idea. But they're ruining everything, and we have to pack up and leave now.
I mean, we got nothing to pack up.
Are there any...
I was gonna look back and say, there are flying boogers outside. What do we do? Do we fight or do we leave?
I feel like, should we help protect them? I mean, they did kind of like find you and keep you alive.
Reciprocity.
Yeah.
The right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do. And they'd probably owe us too. So like, you know, that could be good for us. Let's help.
It's the right thing to do.
Kaza's gonna get his great axe out.
I'm gonna roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Hey, before we do that, I note. Look at these guys. Can I like collect some of this booger stuff?
If you would like, but we are going to have to do that in initiative order. Yeah, I would like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
My food is here. I'll be right back, friends.
No worries. We'll get set up and get into
I rolled
into the action.
so
as we do it.
fucking good.
Let's go.
Whoa.
19.
But the opposite.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Let's see.
Sorry.
We got a 16 for Hauld.
Sure did. I've rolled 2 ones.
And Acts of God are fun. Happy Boggle Day, everyone.
Happy Boggle Day. Like
13 for Curly.
Hello,
Boggle.
it's me. I'm
And
back.
5 for Kaza.
Sponsored
This is
by.
like
Just kidding,
exactly
not
what I
sponsored
look
by
like in
DoorDash.
my dreams when I look in the mirror.
Hell yeah. Leo with 11.
Oh, there's a teddy bear behind him. You
There
can't
is a
notice.
teddy bear
Yeah,
behind
to
him.
sponsor us. What?
Yeah. So we're gonna load this up.
Who's that handsome, like evil-looking supervillain behind you?
No, don't encourage this
Who?
behavior.
Who is that?
It is.
Is that from Batman?
It's really just inspiration. I think they're actually a character actor in a lot of different things. Like Gary Oldman, right?
Oh yeah, like he does kind of look like a young Gary.
Yeah,
Oldman.
like Sirius Black, but like before Azkaban.
I
Oh,
love
Before y'all
all
fucked
of you.
up.
I don't know why you do this to me.
this is the Fantastic Beasts series.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah,
That's
right.
right. That's right. That's
Yeah, he's
right.
still got the light in his eyes.
Mhm.
Dude, I can't believe we got an exclusive.
Yeah, that person smokes
Sure.
cigars.
This is a classy man who smokes
That's a
cigars.
classic cigar man right there.
All
For
right.
those not in the know, that's our DM.
So, oh no, I did a thing that I shouldn't have done. Give me a
Should I
second.
put
Like
all
grow
of
that
these-
beard.
Should I put all these custard buns in my mouth and do chubby bunny?
I mean, quite literally with Curly, right?
Throwback.
Hey,
Curly uses her initiative
we
roll
did
to
that.
stuff
Those
her face
of you
full of buns.
those of you that were watching episode 1, yeah.
Oh, from the beginning.
No, right?
From the top.
Okay, so
I'm excited to fight.
action will commence, and you all have good old Sir Talavar with you, so I had to make sure that was in there. I'm gonna fill
All
in.
right.
Hauld got a 16. Leo
It's your
got
boy!
a 11. Kaza got a 5.
Oh yeah, keep reminding me. I really just want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ninkasi got a 19. Okay. So, kicking things off at the top of the order, as you all walk out of the tent and see these things just swooping down, just spraying like oil, slick stuff everywhere, which, by the way, is going to make the battlefield difficult terrain. Sir Talavar, who can fly, swings into action, his little sword out, and he goes, "Aha! How about you, fiends?" And he flies towards one of these things. That's just like cackling at him. And he swings his sword, and he's going to go ahead. Wow, he gets to go first, this guy. He's raring to go. On a natural 14, that is absolutely going to do it. He is going to do a grand total of... I wonder how much damage this little sword does.
Oh my god, Sir Talvar! Curly just instantly fell in love.
He's going. He does 8 damage, and you see as he carves into this thing, blood doesn't come out of it, but out of like this gaping wound in its side, more of that weird oily stuff just starts splurting, and he kind of like shoots out of the way and is like, "Ha-ha!"
I'm getting real Puss in Boots vibe from this.
Right.
Just a little bit.
Curly's taken aback by her sexual attraction to the Dragon Man.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. It's going to be the turn of some of these little things. One of them was on Sir Talvar. The one that he just hit is going to attempt to swing up towards him and pummel him. So let's see what it rolls. Not very well. Sir Talvar is able to easily dodge out of the way. The other one swoops down once again and is unable to... So he's just bobbing and weaving at this point. Sir Talvar is like dodging quite well. The next one's... Man, these guys rolled all really well. The third one is going to go over and... Since Kaza, you were the first one out of the tent, it spies you. And...
Of course.
Is going to... attempt to pummel you as well. Not the wisest choice, but these aren't particularly wise creatures. And it misses horribly. It like kind of like swings and tries to do like a superhero punch, and you just tilt your head and it just goes right past you. Ninkasi, you are up.
His shoulder.
There are 6 of these things flitting about right now.
He tilts really far.
Okay, so there's 6. I am going to run up to the one that Sir Talvar is fighting because I don't want him to die to these creatures. I forget, do we do flanking rules or no?
So basically, if it cannot see you and you're like sort of like hiding from it, like if you take an action to attempt to hide from it.
No, not hiding, flanking. So like if someone is across it from you, you get advantage.
I don't typically do that unless there's something specifically adhering to it. But I will get, well, if you are hidden. If you are hidden, you'll get advantage on a hit, but you have to be deliberately hiding, or there has to be a reason they can't see you, like being invisible.
No, I wouldn't be hiding.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a regular attack.
All right, I'm just gonna walk up to it and I'm gonna hit it with my mace.
Okay, keep in mind they're flying around, so one of them is low enough for you to get into melee range with, but they are typically like hovering about like 10 feet above you.
Oh, it's that high? Oh, okay.
Well, some of them are, but there's one that the one that just went after Sir Talvar is within your reach.
It's within my reach to hit it, or within my reach to, like, do a spell on it?
Both. All of them are within your spell range,
mace.
I can tell you that much.
Okay. Mace to the face.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, yeah. Roll damage.
To hit, okay. And I'm doing 5 damage.
Yeah, you smack it.
Bludgeoning if it matters.
You smack it good, and it's like a... You don't expect the sound, because rather than like hearing like bones crunching or like a boom of like dull flesh, you hear like a like something liquid is moving underneath it. It's gross.
Ugh. Ew. Does it seem like this did actual damage to it, or it just like kind of sloshed against my mace and was kind of unfazed?
As you hit it, the mace like sinks in, creates this like impression in its back, and the creature goes, "Ah!" It looks like it's hurt.
Okay, all right. It responded to that. I am then, as a bonus action, going to cast Shield of Faith on Sir Talvar. So he gets a shimmering field appears and surrounds him and grants him a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. The duration is up to 10 minutes. This is concentration.
Sir Talvar, you see a... How does the Shield of Faith look? How does Ninkasi Shield of Faith look?
Sparkly. It's going to be like teal sparkles, and it's like magical girl transformation levels of sparkle.
Okay, so you see Sir Talvar, and you all know what Sir Talvar looks like, but just for the audience who maybe hasn't had a chance to see him, I'm going to switch away from this one image. Sir Talavar with the little beard and goatee shimmers, teal sparkles form around him, and all of a sudden his eyes get like really big, and it's very much that anime romance like still shot, and he goes and he looks at you, Ninkasi, and goes, "I thank you, fair cleric. I am nigh unstoppable." And
He looks fabulous.
He looks so fabulous.
He's like the fairy dragon version of Tarek.
Oh my god,
Absolutely.
yes.
and he's
That
violet.
is for
He's like
Crowley,
violet and
but-
purple. It's perfect. Hauld, you are up, seeing this like fantastic magical girl transformation now.
So I look at him pretty jealous, honestly, right? Because that's what I want to be eventually. And I go, and so I try to do some like really cool dance that I'm not prepared for, and then Eldritch Blast while doing it. Like,
Okay.
take a look at this.
Which one are you aiming at? There are 6 of these things flitting about.
The one that is the one that just got hit by the mace.
Okay, it's looking pretty messed up, so easy to pick him out. Go ahead and roll Eldritch Blast attack.
Haracha.
Hey, real quick, can I just show you guys the worst thing ever? Right?
Sure.
I was eating a fortune cookie and it had FTX in the back, and I was like, haha, TSM. And then I read it and it said, one day you will hold a piece of paper money for the last time and not even realize it. That's not a fortune, crypto. That's not a fortune. That's an advertisement. Anyway, continue.
Did you just get your
Yeah,
fortune
that-
cookie out of
That's a fortune cookie bamboozle. I don't like that.
No, fortune. I got an ad in my.
Give
What
me-
did I do to deserve this?
Get me off this wild crypto ride. Anyways, Hauld, on a 23, roll your damage, my dude. 4. You just beam this thing in the back of the head, and like lots and lots of oil just starts spilling from it, and it looks so messed up. Like it's clinging
like
to
my
life.
butt from this morning.
Oh no, we're gonna have to up the rating on this one. Curly, you're up. As all of y'all have been like smacking this one that's like swooping on Sir Talavar, the rest of them are kind of like flitting about, just like spewing oil everywhere. The
Okay.
ground is just slick and slippery everywhere you go.
Crowley's gonna try and jump on one. Can I do that?
Are you still in
One of the
Ninkasi's
flying ones?
backpack?
No, I'm on Kaza's shoulder.
Okay. From Kaza's shoulder, so that's a standing jump. How high can you jump?
I can jump really high. I'm a bunny. I can jump. Let's see. What does it say here? Actually, I have a literal action. 10 feet.
Yeah, you can give me an acrobatics or athletics check to try to like literally just jump on top of one.
Haha, you never give the players the choice. I don't know what I'm gonna choose.
I like player choice to matter.
Wait
Also,
a
I run
minute.
a rogue that has
Player
0
enjoyment?
strength modifier, so I know what it's like to have insane acrobatics and no athletics.
Well,
Now I
you
do
know,
believe you have.
sometimes you
I do believe you
just-
have inspo unless you used it.
no, I haven't used it. Let's just pretend that roll didn't happen, huh?
Also, I think you got.
Pretend that roll didn't happen.
I think you got disadvantage, but I'm not going to impose it on this one. Someone in chat said, "Go to horny jail, Curly." Also, Kaza, you have inspiration.
Sure,
Just as
please.
please keep track of that. I'll mark on a net. So that one to net 20. I'm not going to take that away from you because I'm not that evil. Despite what the picture behind Boop would have you all think. On a net 20, yeah, you leap on this thing, and it somehow manages to stay afloat with a full-grown rabbit person on top of it that is larger than it. As its wings are like going like really fast. It's like that's your. I think that's just your movement, right? Or is that a bonus action?
That's my movement. Yeah. I'm gonna look right at Hauld and go, look, Ma, it's my turn now.
I gotta stop putting writable creatures in this campaign.
Thumbs up.
So what is Curly gonna
Proud
do?
of you.
Curly's gonna let's assume that she already had one of her daggers out when she went for the jump. Just the one, right?
Okay.
Now she's going to attempt to stab the thing underneath her that's keeping her afloat.
So because you
Because
are
we don't think these things
literally
move.
on top of it, this
Yep.
is going to be an attack with advantage,
Okay.
and if
Very
you
good.
hit, it will auto crit.
All right. Good thing I only do not a lot of damage. Okay, that's a 1. That's a 1. So I definitely probably stabbed myself on accident.
Is that the well? I'm going to impose the disadvantage for this one. So you rolled the 1. You're not going to roll again with the advantage.
No.
So you go to stab it, and it's so greasy that your knife slips off, and your knife clatters to the ground. 10 feet below you.
Fuck.
Wait. Can Kaza try and catch it because he's right under? Like just like off the cuff.
The knife.
I will give you a dexterity saving throw to see if you can like grab it, even though it's not your turn yet.
Good guy, DM.
We'll let you do that.
This guy behind me wouldn't have ever done that.
When are you gonna let the pass go, huh, Boo? Yeah, on a 16, Kaza, you kind of like reach your gigantic muscular arm out, and you just catch the dagger below as Curly whiffs on this one. But Curly, you are now daggerless and riding a boggle.
Wow. Okay, well, I guess it's the end of my turn then. I'm just riding it. I am riding that pony.
Okay,
famous
Leo.
philosopher Genuine once said.
Leo, you are up. So this one of these things has been just beat to hell and almost dead. Sir Talavar is fending off 3 of them, including that one. Curly is on top of one and riding it, and the other 2 are flitting around just spewing oil everywhere, and they're floating about 10 feet above your head.
Yep. I think first Leo's going to look towards the one that's almost dead, the one that got hit a couple times, and vicious mockery and say, "More pesky critters, but at least they're not pixies this time, just much uglier, and it seems all you can do is shoot slime."
Every time those
Mockery.
man, get me. What's the save?
DC 4. Oh god, it is 14 wisdom save.
Okay, well, good news is they're not all that wise.
Yeah, you say that, then you roll a nat 20. You know that's how this thing usually goes.
You know, yeah, I rolled a nat 18.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm used to this.
It seems so messed up that it did not even hear you, like, casting a spell at it.
It's fine. I'll be useful another way. Leo will turn towards Kaza and say, "Finally, we're all back together, but only a moment to rejoice. How are you going to get rid of these, Kaza? It's really your choice."
Bardic?
Bardic Inspiration, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bardic Inspiration and regular inspo for Kaza. Next up in the order, it is going to be the other 3 of these, including the one that Curly is riding. It's going to attempt to buck you off. I need a strength saving throw, Curly.
We'll see. Can she continue to ride that pony on this episode of Cauldrons and
So,
Covens and Cauldrons?
This is amazing because you had a contest against its strength. It also rolled a 14, but it also has a -1 to strength. You stay on.
Oh.
So it's just like bobbing. It's like bobbing a little low as its like wings are just like they're like those like. They're like those like tiny like cartoonish devil wings where they're just like and they're trying to like buzz like a dragonfly, and it is listing like falling lower, but you are hanging on as it tries to get you off. That is its turn because it cannot do anything else while you are on its back. The other 2 are going to swoop down at you, and one of them is going to attempt to just smack at you with like this weird like clawed hand, and it rolls a 10 and misses.
Yeah. That's right.
The other one is going to attempt to do something a little more creative. It opens up its mouth and more of that oil stuff spews out.
No, not my beautiful fur.
I need a dex saving throw from you.
Gosh, that's a good thing to ask. Wait, is it a good? Yes, it is. It's a good thing to ask.
You're rogue. This shouldn't be too hard for you, but you know, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, that's true. I would hold you wholly responsible for a bad roll.
Everyone knows that it's always the DM's fault. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
100% always.
Whoopsie, my bad.
This stuff.
I'll just go die.
Spews all over you, and you lose.
Guess
your
I'll die.
I need another dex saving throw as you start plummeting to the ground.
I am plummeting to the ground! What a time to be alive, right, guys?
How high up is this happening
It's only
from?
10 feet.
Oh, okay.
21? Oh, yeah. So you start falling, and then, like, you just, like, in one fell swoop, like, wipe this, like, slimy muck stuff off your face, do, like, a mid-air, like, flip and land on your feet, and just, like, superhero landing down. You are fine.
I put the one hand down, and there's, like, oil spill.
Yeah, just the oil just, like falls down around you like a little bit of a rain splatter, but it just misses you, and you're totally fine. Okay, those were the other two turns. Kaza, as Curly drops right to the ground right next to you, it is your go.
Kaza's gonna like look at Curly and be like, "That was so cool."
Thank you
And then
so
he's
much.
It's gonna drop her dagger, and then whatever the closest boggle is, he is going to great axe the shit out of it.
So they're all flying pretty high, with the exception of the really messed up one, which is about 15 feet away from you.
Yeah. We'll kill that one.
So as you are like slipping and sliding towards it, it does cost you 30 feet of movement. You do have that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can close the distance and go ahead and roll attack. Oh.
30-20.
Kaza,
Mm-hmm.
how many pieces does this thing end up in?
Oh, I don't even need to roll damage.
No, it had 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. Like 4.
Okay.
Just like
A bunch of weird greasy oil just like spews everywhere. Okay. Is that your turn?
yeah.
Back to the top of the order, Sir Talavar.
Did I get a long rest, by the way?
Yes, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, you got a long rest at the start of the session. My bad. So, Sir Talavar sees all of this and goes, "Ha-ha! That is some fine axe work, my friend. I see. Your missing in action did not do anything to dull your wit or senses." And he just babbles on as he then turns towards the other two that are still harrying him, and his mouth opens and a bunch of like greenish fog just kind of like sprays out, and these two guys have to roll something. Okay. So, that is going to be the end of Sir Talavar's turn, and the first Boggle is going to make a roll because he has to now. And it just stands there and doesn't move. It's just like in front of Sir Talavar, and it just kind of has like a weird like dopey smile on its face. The other one doesn't seem to have been affected and turns and attempts to bite at Sir Talavar with these little like sharp like teeth, and misses horribly because they can't roll for crap, which is great. Ninkasi, you are up.
I am. Okay,
Next.
I am... The one I attacked before is not dead, right?
It is gone down. Kaza cut that into 4 pieces.
Oh,
There's
okay.
still
Oh,
5
that's
of
the one he
them.
cut. Okay, I am going to choose the next closest one, and I am going to Sacred Flame it, which is a DC 14 Dex save.
It got a... Ooh, they're very dexterous. It got a 19.
No!
Sorry.
I stand there, and a single tear rolls down my face.
They're resisting
I end my
a lot
turn.
of stuff. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Hauld, you're up. Curly, you are on deck, and Leo, you're right after that.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't fog. Anyway, so do these things talk? Boggles, you say?
Yeah, I mean, you might not necessarily know what they are. If you'd like to try to like identify them, you can roll a nature check.
Nine.
You've never seen these things before. They look like weird little slime boogers.
Can I understand, like, are they speaking a language of some sort?
They seem to just be cackling
Okay.
or screaming, alternatively, depending on what's happening to them.
What I want to do is cackle back. What I'm actually gonna do is just let's go ahead and do. Let's go into the middle where I could be as close to as many as possible.
Okay.
And use Fey Presence. I'm okay with using this on my friends. which is once per short rest as an action, you can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube from you to make a wisdom saving throw, become charmed or frightened by you until the end of your turn of choosing charmed.
Okay, so I'm gonna mentally I have the battle map in my head. Obviously, it's not like physically for all of y'all. I'm gonna say there are 2 of them within 10 feet that wouldn't, and it would not hit any of your friends. You could get another 2 plus Sir Talavar if you wanted to be trolly, because there are 2 on him. And then if you wanted to get like within range of like the 3 that are buzzing around, that would also hit Kaza.
We're gonna maximize, so as many as the.
You can do 3 of them plus Kaza.
We'll go with 2 in Sir Talavar.
Okay. So what is the roll?
DC 14 on Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, so for these 2, 1 succeeds on a natural 20, and 1 does not. And Sir Talavar gets a... How wise is Sir Talavar? Decently. He gets a 15. So I believe he succeeds.
Yep.
Okay. So one of you managed to get one of them.
Okay, so I try to get one of them off and attack the other on Sir Talavar.
Okay, you want it to attack the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
It turns and bares its fangs at the one that's kind of like just like derping, looking at Sir Talavar. So those 2 seem pretty thoroughly occupied. Is that your turn?
And then yeah.
Curly, you're up. Leo, you're next.
As I slowly lean in to attempt to kiss my own cat.
Oh, what a cute kitty. Whoa. We need more cats.
What's a cat?
Right? Let's see. Okay, I've superhero landed on the ground. Hauld is being hauled.
This is objectively true.
Can't hold me back.
Can't hold me back.
No.
I've been hanging out with Leo, you can tell.
I would like Chubby Bunny. I would like Kaza to throw me at one of the things.
Okay, Kaza rushed off.
Oh, that's right.
To attack one of them. So if you want to get to him,
Right. So I gotta walk to him.
It's 15 feet away, but the ground is super slick, so this is
Okay.
difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a knife at something. That seems so much easier. That just seems so much
You
easier.
got your knife back. He handed it off to you.
Yep. I'm just gonna throw one because I have 2, but I only want to get rid of 1.
Okay. Which one are you throwing it at? There are 2 on Sir Talavar that Hauld seems to have occupied. There are 3 more buzzing around, a little closer to you.
Okay. Well, I don't hit it anyway.
Unfortunately,
so.
it doesn't. Your knife goes sailing off into the distance. You now have 1 knife.
I now have 1 single knife.
Sorry, girl.
Chubby Bunny is such a good name though for the throwing.
For the throw,
That is
the
such a good
I
name.
want a
That's
Chubby
such a
Bunny.
good name.
It's amazing.
Let's see.
Chubby Bunny.
You know, I guess I can't really have anything else I can do unless I want to lose more stuff. So I'm just gonna sit down.
Oh, this is prone.
I just plop down on the ground.
Just in the slippery stuff.
Sensory overload. This
It's
bunny's
been a long
not
day.
happy.
Curly just
been a long day.
found her brother. It's weird, fake bullshit. Yeah. Okay, Leo, you're up. Curly seems to be having a hard time.
She's having a hard time.
All right, Leo, a little, miffed that all of his mockeries don't really find purchase these days, but his voice will kind of go to a whisper as he turns towards another one of the boggles flying around, just a random one that's within range, and he'll say, "Show up and cause trouble. You've chosen the wrong bunch. You're caught in the jaws of defeat, and now your bones will crunch."
Oh!
Dissonant whispers.
Woo!
Let's go.
Who are you
That
aiming
has a
that at?
long
Go.
Also a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay. Is there a particular one you're aiming it at?
One of the ones that's like flying near. Kaza was charging towards one, right?
Yeah,
Or the
there are
same
3
one.
buzzing around near Kaza at the moment that seem to be unoccupied, while the other 2 that are on Sir Talavar seem to be Hauld has charmed one of them, and Sir Talavar has done something to the other.
Yeah, just help Kaza out.
Okay.
The ones that he's charging towards.
Natural 20.
Okay, it's fine. It'll still do some damage. Okay, it's okay.
That guy needs to go to like a dice jail.
It never
put it in
works as
dice
well
jail.
for me as a
Well?
player. It only
Dice
works
jail,
Yeah.
dice jail, dice jail.
It's doing too good. It's gotta go. It's gotta
Ah, okay. This
Alright,
does
so-
8 damage.
It'll do, I think, half. Alright.
Is it half damage?
Sex slave takes half damage. Yeah,
Okay,
so
4 points. Yeah, you still manage to buffet it with this like wave of like psychic energy as you kind of see its flesh sort of ripple a little bit, and it doesn't seem like it might be entirely like solid. This thing might be more viscous than that, as it's kind of like rippled a little bit. A little bit of insight you get there. Is that your turn?
Yes, that'll be Leo's turn.
Okay, the one you just attacked is going to turn its attention towards you. And it is going to take its finger and draw like a little circle in the air, and you see like this energy kind of like shine out, and all of a sudden the circle like turns into like this like shimmering disc, and it disappears into it. And right behind you, it emerges. But that that is a bonus action as it attempts to swing it at point blank range. And I don't believe a 11 hits you. No, a 13.
A 13 will hit.
Okay. It does hit you. It manages to like smack you like with like a fist in the back of the head. But its fist is not very hard, so it only does 1 point of bludgeoning damage to you. It hurts. It's annoying, but not. Yeah, it just whoop, zoops behind you and then smacks you in the back of the head. The other two swing. The other two are flying towards Kaza because it just destroyed one of their companions, and they are going to just attempt to attack.
Bring it on.
And they both roll 13s. Pretty sure that doesn't hit Kaza.
I love that.
Plus 13.
Oh, they do. Beats it. Okay. So the first one deals 2 bludgeoning damage as it goes by and like backhands you as it goes, and the other one deals 0 damage because
Love that.
even though it hits you, it completely misjudges the distance and it just kind of brushes your cheek.
Kaza is starting to get angry.
So you're telling me these guys are taking no damage, and I got a spear thrown into my shoulder as the very first thing that ever happened to me.
Yep. No.
Okay, and then my friend, to get some fog away, almost killed me.
I don't know what to tell you. Warlock says low hit points.
Never forget
Why does
Lightning
this
Gate
keep
2022.
Yeah, what is
Unlucky.
happening?
Okay, Kaza, it's your turn as these two fly by you and try to hit you.
So if they're flying by me, I can just like swing at one of them, right?
You do get an attack of opportunity on one if you choose before it is your turn. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely try and.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that attack of opportunity.
That's a 16.
Oh yeah, the one that did damage to you. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Yeah, fuck that one. 6 damage.
Yeah, still palpable hit. As a bunch of oil sprays out and it just like drips down your forehead. Like, oof, it's gross. Whatever this thing is made of, it's gross. It smells
So
industrial.
what can I do in terms of just like? Because can I like jump up and try and hit one? Because I assume that they're like way too.
They're
high
like
up.
zooming, like they like dive down to try and attack, and then like zoom up out of your range. If
they both
you're
are, wouldn't I get
very
attack
tall.
of opportunity
Like, you're like
on-
8 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well, if they both
say-
enter and leave my range, don't I get attack of opportunity on both of them?
Well, you only get 1 reaction per round.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you want to try and like do like a leaping attack, I'll say because you're so tall and because your axe is quite long, that can close the distance on one of them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, because they're not that smart. They're not like that smart, that tactical getting out of your way. So you want to swing for the one that just hit you?
Yeah, 17.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll damage on that.
9 damage.
9. You have fucked this thing up twice. It seems to be not having a good time. Is that your go?
That's the. Kaza's gonna. Okay, can I use my movement to move over to where Curly is?
Yeah,
So-
you can head back,
Okay.
but you might give an attack of opportunity to one of them as well.
I mean, he hit me for 0 damage. So sure.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, hopefully his spear doesn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah. As you are heading away, you feel like weird little like oily knuckles like smack against like your side, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just got, like,
Two.
This is
Sucker
how the
punch
Joker
kind of
gets
thing.
created, guys.
Yeah.
And you make your way back over to Curly. It is
Okay.
top of the order unless you have anything else to do.
He's just gonna look at Curly and say, Kaza is getting annoyed at these things. It is time for Chubby Bunny.
And then Curly's like, right, fucking ready.
Sibling tag team. All right.
Sibling tag team.
So, how loud do you say that? Out of curiosity.
Step
Chubby
sibling.
Bunny?
Huh?
Chubby
Yeah.
Bunny. Probably
We
just
always talk loud. We don't have
Yeah.
inside
Okay.
voices.
That's totally
no theater whispers or anything.
circus
like
Yeah.
that.
siblings, y'all. So Sir
Circus siblings.
Talivar takes up the cry and he goes, "I agree. It is time for Chubby Bunny." I have no idea what that is. And then he takes a slash at the one that he had done something to, and he gets.
Kill
Woo.
it.
He has a +8 to hit, so that is a dirty 20 on a 12 roll. So he is going to do a grand total of max damage, 10 piercing damage as he stabs at this one and manages.
It's not dead?
No, no. Like this is one of the. This is not one of the ones you did damage to. This is one of the ones.
Oh,
splitting about
okay.
him.
I was like, bro, I did 15 damage to that thing, and it's not dead after 10 more.
The one that he had attacked is going to dive into another one of these portal things, and it is going to reappear 15 feet away and start flying the other direction, attempting to leave. The other one is a little more bold and is going to attack. Actually, no, it's charmed. It's going to chase after the one that tried to dive away and attack it because that's what Hauld told it to do. And on a 12, it does not succeed, but it is now chasing the one that's retreating.
That would release Talivar from being held as well, wouldn't
Sir
it?
Talivar was not being held.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. But it would have if we were being
enough.
held by both of them. Yep.
Fair
No,
enough.
they were just on. They were just on him. They were like within his range and like. facing
Yep.
him. Ninkasi, you're up. Hauld, you're on deck.
Okay, the one that's trying to escape that just like went through the portal that Sir Talivar had hit, I'm going to try and Sacred Flame that, so dex
Okay.
save DC 14,
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Yeah, you're within range. Natural 1.
Alright, I do damage, yay! Woo!
I'm gonna say that damage
I
is
don't know how
doubled.
much it's gonna be. 4!
It's an 8.
It's something.
You light as this thing is like retreating. You concentrate, summon your divine energy, and this teal blue flame lights up underneath this thing. And turns out that it's not just spraying oil. This thing is made of oil. As it just goes up, and nothing remains.
Also, this is radiant damage, just to be clear.
It
So if
is.
you were thinking it was fire damage, okay.
It is.
Okay.
No, this is
Okay, just making sure.
this is purely for the visual effect of that.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you
because
thought it was
did
fire.
enough damage to kill it.
Gotcha. Perfect. All
Yeah.
right.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that's all I have, and I'm still concentrating on the +2 Shield of Faith on Sir Talivar.
He is looking very sportly for sure. Hauld, you are up. Curly, you are on deck, and Leo, you're right up to that.
So I go, what the nearest boggle to me, or whatever it is, I don't know. It's,
Never say the name of the thing. Also,
yeah. I
Cam.
look at it and I go, do you think I'd look good with the goatee?
And is that it?
Well, I'm waiting for a response.
It cocks his head to the side. It's very hard to roll something when you have a cat. It looks at you and it goes,
Worth.
no.
Okay. and then I go, well, you're wrong. Eldritch Blast!
Go ahead, roll Eldritch Blast. 21. Ooh.
8 damage.
Oh, that's max. Okay.
Ooh.
You do 8 damage to this thing. It is not very happy at the moment. It's having a rough time for sure.
Sure it is.
Okay, is that your turn?
I doing this in character in universe, just like really imagining if it's gonna work out as I contemplate as the rest of the turns go.
Curly, you're up. Leo, you're on.
Hey, ready, Kaza?
I'm ready.
I want Kaza to throw me
Okay.
at one of the remaining.
This is gonna use Kaza's reaction.
Okay.
That's
for
fine.
the turn.
Yeah.
It's time for Chubby Bunny.
It's time for Chubby Bunny. What do you want us to roll?
Chubby Bunny.
Chubby
I
Bunny!
want Kaza to roll a athletics check and Curly to roll a acrobatics check.
Yay! Chubby Bunny, Chubby Bunny,
19.
Chubby
24.
Bunny.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
No!
Which one are you aiming at?
Whichever. I mean, okay. So one of them looks like almost dead, right?
An 8 for Curly. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Yes. One of them. So, Hauld just like really messed up one of them.
Yeah, but I'm throwing. Kaz is throwing with like pinpoint accuracy. Like.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I'm just basically saying which one are you choosing. So there are currently 4 of them left. One of them is charmed by Hauld and was chasing down the one that just got exploded. 2 of them look really messed up, and a fourth one looks on.
Whichever one is like looks the most messed up.
Okay, that's the one that I believe Leo had given some dissonant whispers to, if you will.
That one, yes.
Okay, so that one you throw. So the good news is, Curly, you get thrown pinpoint accuracy there. However, because of your acrobatics check, you're going to make this attack with disadvantage as you were like trying, as you were getting flung towards it to, I'm assuming, stab it with the dagger. Yeah, you're going to try to like, you're trying to get it, but you're going so fast, you're going to have a hard time with this. This is disadvantage.
Brother, too strong! Oh my god, is this the same roll?
Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
I can't believe I just threw away my brother's greatest throw of his career.
Yeah, you go sailing past, and before you can like you got thrown before you were ready. So you like whip your dagger out, and all of a sudden you pass, and you're like, oh shit.
Fuck!
You're flying through the air. We're gonna resolve that. We're gonna resolve that.
It's okay. We will recalibrate.
And the thing that you were trying to swing at, it goes, oh, and like it just like swings its head around. Leo, your go.
All right. So there's the one that like ported behind Leo, right?
Yes, that one that you had done the dissonant whispers to. It's not looking like it's in that great a shape.
All right. It turns behind him and says, "Oh, you poor little soul! You thought you'd leave me crying? I would say good try, but then I would be lying."
More vicious mockery.
Yeah, vicious
Oh
mockery.
my god, it's so good!
That rolled an 8.
These beats?
And
Hey, it
it's
actually
not very wise, so only a 9.
Nice. So that would be. Let me see. I really get to roll damage with this. It's 1.
Yeah. you see it like it's like weird oily flash like ripple a little bit. It's like, but it doesn't seem to be too hurt. It was already kind of hurt, but it doesn't seem like he did that much damage to it, unfortunately. Anything else?
And yeah, bonus action. Curly, you never cease to amaze me. Your ideas are beautifully wild. Even if they don't quite work out, at least I can say I've smiled.
Aww.
Bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah, and you have great
God.
inspiration, Leo, because you just keep on rhyming.
Yeah, the rhyming!
Good
It's so
in-character
good.
role-playing is what we love to see. Okay, so the one that you just hit, Leo is going to attempt to smack you again. It's going very
Okay.
tit for tat. It rolls a natural 20.
Oh.
Jail. Put it in jail.
This is a different
Put that
die.
dice in.
It's a different die.
I don't
tell
care.
you.
I don't care. Put it in jail.
But it
Why is
also
it not
in-
already?
The good
Ready?
news is it didn't roll very high on damage. It only does 3.
Just stop rolling.
It only does it lightning fast, but also its fist is like twig sized, so it hits you very hard, but like in a very small area, and you just kind of feel like, oh, you got like a bruise on your arm. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
The next one, the one that Curly attempted to go for, is going to turn around and dive bomb Sir Talavar. And that's cocked. And it rolls a... Well, it does not hit Sir Talavar on a 15, because Sir Talavar has Shield of Fate. As it swings towards him and bounces off this, like, teal, sparkly, invisible, otherwise invisible shield that's in front of them, and starts, like, rubbing his nose, like... and Sir Talavar's like, ha-ha! I am impenetrable! The last one that had been chasing... The one that... Is it still charmed, by the way, Hauld? How long does this last for?
Until it gets hit, or I break concentration.
It has nothing to chase, and it has not been issued further commands, so it just sits there floating. Kaza, your turn.
I will make my way in the direction of where Kaza threw Curly. Is there any, like... Is there any one of the boggles that's in the way that I can hit?
The one that you were attempting to fling Curly
Can
at,
I-
but it is a little high in the
can I-
air. So you're going to attempt to run, jump, and slash at this thing.
Sure.
So I want you to be aware that the ground is very slick with this oil.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. This is going to be an athletics check with disadvantage.
Can I use my inspiration to just
Make it a straight roll? Yeah,
make it a flat? Yeah, okay.
absolutely.
Okay, well,
Yeah, you go to jump, and the oil slicks up a little bit, and you jump a little too early, and you're like, whoa, 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 but you land back on your feet. Unfortunately, you slide past it. But you're going fast enough to maybe catch Curly now.
can I do that?
We will figure that out on Curly's turn.
Okay. I'm just sliding on the oil.
Yep, slip and slide. Also, speaking of, Curly, you have Inspiration for Cat, and Mr. Leo, you have a healing boost if you need it.
Ooh, might need that soon.
Healing boost.
Back to the top of the order, we've got Sir Talavar, who is going to once again like use his sword to try and swing down and poke at this one that had been attacking him. And Sir Talavar gets a 18 because he is +8 to hit. This guy is stacked. Holy moly!
This is good.
And he is able to do enough damage to puncture and, well, it doesn't kill this one, but it gets pretty close. So Sir Talavar does a total of, yep, that's right, 9 piercing damage. And now that one's looking pretty messed up. And now it is going to be the one that was, the one that he just hit, is going to attempt to smack him through the shield again. And misses completely.
Good.
So, back up to it. We've got Ninkasi, Hauld on deck, and
All right.
Curly in the hole.
I'm hitting the one that Sir Talavar just attacked that tried to attack him back, so I'm gonna do again a Sacred Flame, so DC 14 dex save.
Okay. That is going to be only a 9.
Alright, and I'm going to do 3 damage. Very big damages,
Yeah,
as you
it
can see.
starts bubbling a little bit. It's like,
Alright, yeah, you be uncomfortable.
It's fire
And
of the
my
sacred variety. All right, Curly, you are falling. I need another dex save from you.
I am falling. It is happening
You've
right
reached
now.
you've reached the apex of your arc, and you are now descending.
Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna live to see another
You
day.
rolled the check, by the way. I needed a save from you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
My
I will
bad.
let you use that 15, and I believe it's actually going to be
Woo! Because I can
so
roll this after
you-
roll the save anyway.
You are still falling, but you are
Still falling.
you are angled directly in the trajectory of Kaza, of your brother, who, as his reaction, I would like him to make a strength saving throw.
Nat 20.
Yeah, easy.
Hell yeah. We're the
There was
best.
a lot. There was, you know, for those of you in America, there was a lot of football over the weekend. A lot of hand egg. There were some really great catches after some really great throws. Kaza, you throw Curly. You then run to attack, slip and slide, and then just down
Just
so
like
fast
catching himself.
that as Curly comes right down, you put your arms out and she falls right into them perfectly. As you skid to a stop.
She just
I think
stands
it's
up
you.
in his hands and goes, "Goal!"
Curly, you have your whole turn now.
Okay. I want to kill something.
We
Is there
scored a
anything for
touchdown.
me to kill?
Yeah.
Yeah, we scored a
You
touchdown.
threw a pass to yourself,
Yeah,
using your sister as a ball.
I want to kill something. So,
Okay.
what's closest to me right now?
You actually have skidded right below Sir Talavar, who is like
Oh,
fencing
my
with this
my
one.
lover.
So you're about 10 feet below it right now.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna use my jump, and I'm gonna use my jump to try and stab it.
You get
from
multiples of
underneath
those
it.
per short rest.
Death from I get 2.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me double check. Though. Grab it a hop. 10 feet. You can use it 2 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yep. So, it has to
So
be a
you
long
can
rest.
make that leap. Go ahead and roll for attack.
I'm gonna roll for
This is a standing
attack.
jump,
These,
so there's
my
no
attack
athletics
rolls
or
have been
nothing.
trash. No, okay.
Now you do have inspo.
That's true. I did touch the inspo button. I did.
It was poked. Well, the
All
good news is you're not going to need
right.
it because on a 17 you hit the one that Sir Talavar is engaged with. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Okay, hold on. Let me read my sneak attack thing really quick.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I know.
Sir
I'm
Talavar's
dumb.
in 5 feet. You get sneak attack.
I get sneak attack. Okay, so I'm gonna roll my damage first, and then I'll roll the modifier.
I love it when Babby Rogues get sneak attack.
Babby rogue! Alright, and I'm gonna roll the extra damage that's going from the sneak attack. Oh my god, D6. What even is a D6?
A
your
regular
dagger.
dice. It is the most common of the dice.
I was just like, I hate, like, it's weird to see
A
it.
total
I'm like, oh
of
my god,
8.
what is that? Is that a square?
Curly, you jump straight up and just like your dagger is like held like this, and you just shoot through it, and it pops like a greasy balloon. And as you start falling back down, Sir Talavar just goes, just like this, and you fall back down into Kaza's arms as this thing explodes into weird chunks of oil.
God, I think I have.
How many are left? 3?
There are currently 3 left, and 2 of them are pretty beat up. So it's going to be Leo's turn. Unless you want to move more, Curly, because technically that leap was your. No, I'm gonna say like with the maneuver you just pulled, that's gonna take up enough time to where you wouldn't be able to move.
There you go.
All right, Leo, you're up.
Okay. Is there still the one that hit me alive?
Yes, you've been just trading blows with it, just to,
Alright,
like
yeah.
smack back and forth.
We'll keep on going.
You're spitting bars and it's slapping you. It's the
Alright.
weirdest fight ever.
Leo's gaze turns a little bit colder, a little bit sad. Say, the story of your group's demise, it really is quite tragic. Your trickery is cute, I guess, but no match for real magic.
Ugh.
Vicious mockery.
It's a disadvantage for that sick burn.
God, I didn't know I could be gayer.
Boop, I love you so much.
I
I love it.
Crazy, man.
Okay, it is it rolled
crazy.
with disadvantage. It rolled a 13, and I believe that fails.
Yeah, it does. Save us 14.
Roll
There we
damage
go.
for vicious
One
mockery.
more point of vicious
No,
mockery
I mean, look,
damage.
you are dedicated, and I appreciate it so much, as you are doing about as much damage to it as it is doing to you with physical, like, smacking with its little twig arms. And it's gonna continue. No, actually. You have an instrument on you, right? No, sorry, not Hauld. I'm Leo. My bad.
Oh, yes.
And this harass is gonna continue
what
all through the
type
night.
of instrument is it again?
I have a. Let me see. I have a flute.
Okay. Is it like sticking out of your bag or anything?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
It's gonna.
Uh,
They're gonna take the flute.
It's.
that
I
a
need-
flute
I
in
need
your
you to
bag?
roll a dexterity save. Really quick.
A dex save.
Yeah.
Oh
gosh.
16.
Natural 19.
No.
Instead of attacking you, it swoops in,
Jail.
steals your flute, and then just pops into a little portal thing and disappears.
Leave Leo alone. Leave Leo alone.
It has stolen your flute. This.
What the
also,
fuck?
Yep.
My vicious mockery. Okay, I forgot to do this last time, but if I
Oh,
do
is it a
succeed on that roll, it's a disadvantage on its next attack roll. I'm not sure if that was an attack roll or not, but just regardless.
I will
it's
treat this as an
disadvantage
attack
on the
roll because it went to steal something from you, and that it's like attacking the flute. I'm gonna fudge that and let it be that. It still rolled a. You said you rolled a 16.
I believe so.
It still rolled a 19 with its mod. So yeah, it swings in, it grabs the flute, it portals out, and you see it appear 15 feet away, and it's holding your flute and like miming playing it, like. There are 2 more left, and they are going to. One of them is charmed by Hauld and has gotten no instructions, so it just continues to float there and bob. The other one is going to swing down at Hauld and attempt to smack you. And it does 11 hits, which I think is not a hit on you.
That is not a hit. Oh, actually, beats it.
Oh, okay. It does 2 bludgeoning damage as it kind of like sucker punches you with this little twiggy fist.
Okay.
It's like being hit with like a BB gun from like 5 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm mad.
Yeah. The other one just floats there. Kaza, your turn. You still got like Curly just like jumped up, exploded this thing with the dagger, and then landed back.
I skipped my turn.
Oh, did we skip yours? Wait, no, we did hold.
Did we? No.
Pretty sure. Chat. Did I do an oopsie?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because I probably would have made the charm thing do something. It's just my theory.
Okay. Well, if you want to at the end of the round, like it's a free action to talk and to give it orders. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I probably would just have. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep. I feel like it's my fault if I
No,
forget.
no worries, man. It's all good. Kaza, you're up.
Okay. So there's 2 left, right?
Yeah. And well, there's 3 left. One of them though seems to be continuously charmed by Hauld.
Okay. Kaza's gonna put Curly on his shoulder and is going to run towards and try to hit the closest boggle.
Another. This is the one that you tried to hit and like slipped and slid. Another athletics check with
Awesome.
disadvantage. And I think you had a bardic inspiration as well. Ooh, so 20 on one roll.
Oh, the other one's a 10. So
Oh, yeah. Did you want to use your bardic?
what is
add
the
to
bardic? It's just like
I
a.
believe it's a D6, right, Leo?
D6, yes.
So you can add the D6.
let's
I'm going to tell you right now, you're
freaking
going to need
do
a
it.
5 or better.
Let's freaking do it.
Okay.
Which one is that one?
I got a 5.
You did!
Ooh.
Just enough as you leap and get within range to take an axe swing.
Kaza just thinks about how good his brain feels when he hears like the rhymes, and then just
Yeah.
lets that get him go.
Like I get ASMR because of this.
Yeah.
character.
Roll an attack, please.
12.
12. Oh, it's not quite enough to hit, but I've got some good news for you. As you are
What's
coming
up?
down, so you jump up within range, you swing, it like ducks inside of itself, and you just go right above it and just graze it. However, as you are coming down, Curly gets an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Because Curly's on your shoulders,
true.
I am
and it is
there!
technically leaving your range.
I'm doing it! Yay!
Because fuck it.
Because fuck it, why
Rule
not?
of
Why not
cool,
have a
rule of
little
cool.
little extra fun? Oh no!
Look, sibling
Oh, no.
shenanigans is something I'm so here for.
Oh wait! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes!
I'm waiting to see what it says.
Did we do-
21? Oh yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Roll that damage. Let's go.
Roll that damage, brother sister synergy. Entertainment 720.
Curly, it like sloshes inside of itself and like ducks down to dodge the axe, but it can't dodge you stabbing it point blank in the face as it once again pops like a rancid balloon. And this
Let's go.
I don't like that imagery.
Yeah, that's
Pops
not
like a
great.
rancid balloon.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It smells like an auto body shop all of a sudden. It's just
Oh
like
my
weird.
god.
Yeah.
Did someone get an enema?
Oh
No!
Oh,
You guys, the fact that I didn't need clarification through any of you
From
is
any of us.
fun.
And
We're
with that,
true allies.
we'll be taking our first
Yeah.
break of the night.
We are actually a little overdue for a break, but I do want to end this combat. So, Sir Trafalgar, his turn. That comment aside, at his turn, he is going to swoop down on the one that has been giving you such a hard time, Leo, and he is going to stab at it with his little dagger. And he rolls a natural 1. Oh dear.
Let's go.
He dives, misjudges the distance, and almost hits you, but corrects in time and swings back up and he goes, I am terribly sorry, Sir Leo. That was a horrible mistake. I will not make again. And that's his turn. It's going to now be Ninkasi, followed by Hauld and then Curly.
Okay,
2 are left.
I'm gonna hit the one that, there's one that's still charmed, right?
Yeah, what is
Because I'm
just
gonna hit the
bobbing
one.
up in the air.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the one that's not charmed because I don't want to break the charm.
Excellent.
Sacred Flame, DC 14 Dex.
Dex, you said.
Yes.
Whoa, just barely. Rolled a 13. Didn't make it.
Okay. No, not 1 damage. Damn it. All right.
This
well,
thing has taken 1 damage like so many times. It's really
Yeah,
messed
we
up,
know.
but it is
it's just
absorbing a lot of
dodging,
it.
ducking.
The
getting
dice
out
give
the
it,
way.
the dice take it away. Anything else?
True.
I cry. Nah, no, that's it.
Crying
I'm
is a
just
free
gonna
action.
keep up the sparkles. Yeah, cry. It's another tear
Yeah.
falls down my face.
Hold, your turn is up. Curly, you are next, and Leo, you are after that.
All right, so I tell the one that is charmed to go throw up on the one that isn't. I've seen that this is what they do.
Just throw up on each
Yeah.
other.
Just throw up on them.
That's a way to describe it.
And then,
Cool.
and then while that happens, I'll go, wait. Yeah. And then I'll Eldritch Blast while saying, Eldritch Blast!
Which one?
The one that's not charmed.
Okay. Roll Eldritch Blast, please.
Eldritch Blast!
Blah.
19.
Woo! Yeah, roll damage, please.
It's gonna be, it's a 10.
I was about to say if it's a 1 again. So because this other one is charmed, and this is the last one that is actively hostile against all of you, Paul, how do you kill this thing?
Oh, I will do a little bit of dancing, right? Because, you know, I'm one for performance, and I do a little bit of voguing, and I do a little spin, and then watch me dance, and I Eldritch Blast as, you know, I do a little flare move with my arms, a little ornamental, if you will.
Okay, and then just a bolt of extremely flamboyant energy flies from your fingertips.
Yeah, it's a full-on rainbow.
Yeah, this thing is like enveloped in a rainbow worthy of like just an incredible theatrical light show, and then just a blinding flash of light, and it is no more. There's only one left, and it is currently charmed by you. So, on that bombshell, we are going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be right back, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you very soon. BRB.